So Josh Taylor has broken his silence and struck back at Team Catterall over this rematch fiasco. Now Taylor says that after their first fight, Catterall's affairs were a mess because he was changing promoters and that took several months. He said that Ben Shalom, who is Catterall's current promoter, suggested they fight in January, but then he changed his mind because they then put the Chris Eubank Jr. Liam Smith fight on in January. He said they came back with a February date, which he signed a contract for, but he then came back and said, do you want to do April? We can't do February because it's too close to that fight, presumably meaning the Eubank Jr. Liam Smith fight. Josh Taylor responded by telling Ben Shalom, I'm not waiting until April to fight Jack Catterall. It will have been already a year by then. We then got to a March 4th date, so I signed that and I was ready to go. We were just about to announce the fight at the Eubank Jr. Liam Smith fight, but on the Monday of that fight week, I got my injury. I got my scans on Wednesday, got the results on Friday, and told Ben about it, and we couldn't get the fight announced because I was out and injured. Then, about a week later, Ben Shalom told me he got Jack another fight on March 25th, and I don't blame him for moving Jack on to get another fight, but you've moved him into another fight without sorting a rescheduled date for myself. Instead of getting this fight done and getting a rearranged date and getting it locked in, he's gone and got Jack another fight on March 25th. He's moved on, so what am I supposed to do if Jack goes in against this guy and hurts his hand or gets cut or gets beat? You don't know, anything can happen. Then that's the fight completely off. So that's a stupid move from Ben Shalom, Jack and his team. All he had to do was wait a couple of weeks until I was back fit and ready. Ben Shalom hasn't got a rescheduled date or a venue sorted. He doesn't know anything. Then on Monday, the WBO emailed me and they're ordering me to fight Teofimo Lopez as a mandatory. So I have to go and do that. It's the only belt I've got left. So I want to keep this belt. And if the rematch with Jack happens, it will be without a title. He's moved on. So why should I sit and wait? This fight can get made, but it will have to happen further down the line once I've beaten Teofimo Lopez. So all of this nonsense about me ducking is an absolute joke. It's out of my hands. And if anyone is to blame, it's Ben Shalom for not getting it sorted. If anyone is to blame, it is their side for taking another fight rather than getting the fight on. Okay, those are the words of Josh Taylor. He's firing back, placing most of the blame at the feet of Ben Shalom. The reality is both sides have stalled this fight from happening for various different reasons. Team Catterall, Ben Shalom, etc. appear to have been very, very patient, rescheduling it several times. Josh Taylor not quite so patient. If you wanted to argue in favor of Josh Taylor, you could say, well, he is a world champion. World champions are on a schedule. They do have mandatories and stuff like that, so they can't afford to be as patient. But then you could argue that from the Jack Catterall side, Josh Taylor's just using all this stuff as a convenient excuse because he doesn't really want that Catterall rematch. Maybe he's tight at the weight. Maybe the only fight he's willing to stay at the weight for is some huge money spinner against someone like a Teofimo Lopez rather than Jack Catterall. This is not a long video. I just wanted to put Josh Taylor's response out there and see what you guys make of it. Does it change your stance? Does it change your position? Because it seemed like most people, at least among the British public, were not impressed with Josh Taylor's attitude. Not impressed by the fact that he's gone in a different direction instead of rescheduling the Catterall rematch. But in light of what he said here, do you now see things different? Or do you think this is all a smokescreen, all excuses? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you sick and tired of the mainstream mindset? Does the dogmatic conformity and pathological ignorance have you tearing your hair out in frustration? Then don't be alone. Come and join our brotherhood on Patreon. We stand as a beacon of reason against an army of insanity. You'll gain access to my weekly topical podcast where we take more deep dives than Jacques Cousteau on an endless variety of subjects. There's also videos, interviews, live Q&As, as well as a vast back catalogue of previous episodes, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen via the Patreon app or download in high-quality MP3. Connect with myself and hundreds of other members in our Element chat group. There's no contract, no commitment, You can cancel at any time, and it's cheaper than a Mickey D's McMuffin. Just head to my Patreon page via the link below this video and select the tier called the Brotherhood of Reason. I'll see you over there.